Many people think that the whole purpose of life is pursuing happiness. Everyone seems to say that the path to happiness is success. But instead of ever feeling fulfilled, people feel anxious and adrift. But what I have personally found in my life is that chasing happiness has actually made me more unhappy. And what I'm really seeking is meaning. Welcome to the radical deviancy of pattern. I strongly believe that no matter who you are or what you start with, that you can always become the person that you want to be and then live the life that you've always wanted for yourself. It's just a matter of embracing and loving yourself and learning and honing your skills and your talents, and then that person will emerge. Looking back, I really did have a lot of purpose and meaning in my life from an early age, and for lots of years I was happy and found success. But life throws you curveballs, and in the last 5 years or so my world has been turned upside down, and the way that I viewed the world changed entirely, and I began to question everything. This led me into years of depression and feeling completely lost and alone. And my perspective had changed, and I no longer had meaning to my life. Thankfully, I'm now on my way to finding meaning and purpose to my life again, and this channel is part of that journey. So how can we each live more meaningfully? Studies show that despite life getting objectively better in recent years, suicide rate has risen around the world and recently reached a 30-year high in America. Despite standards of living rising, it's still possible to feel hopeless, depressed, and alone. I know I have experienced many of these things in recent years and feel increasingly that what I have to offer doesn't measure up, that I don't have what it takes, that the success that I see many others achieving is beyond my reach. And I do know that many people feel an ongoing sense of emptiness and unfulfillment and just feel like there should be more. At the end of the day, for me, when I get to the end of my life, I want to feel as though my life had some impact on the world. I want to affect positive change in this world. Our culture is obsessed with happiness. Happiness is about feeling good in the moment, but I would argue that seeking meaning is the more fulfilling path. Meaning comes from belonging to and serving something beyond yourself. Studies have shown that people who have meaning in life are more resilient, do better in school and work and relationships, and even live longer. So I want to share with you 4 foundations of a meaningful life. The first one is belonging. Belonging comes from being in relationships where you are valued for who you are intrinsically, and where you value others as well. True belonging springs from love, and it's a choice that you can choose to cultivate with other people. It comes in the moment. If you put down your phone, you can choose to engage with people around you. Build community by being proactive in your daily life. I think this is more challenging in today's digital world than ever before, as many of us have become very success and work-driven and feel the pressure of measuring up to the standards that we see around us, in particular social media. It's so easy to lose real connection and belonging with the people around us. I think we all reject people in small ways and we don't even realize it. I know I do. I could often walk by people and I know that I barely acknowledge them, and I'll be checking my phone while someone's trying to talk to me, and these acts can actually devalue other people. It can make people feel invisible and unworthy. But when you lead with love, you create a bond that lifts you and the other person up. I have actually found belonging and purpose in the past by being part of something that's bigger than myself, by joining a cause, or by giving of my time and energy to something that doesn't directly benefit me. When you give of yourself and work alongside people with a common goal that's not driven by money or power or success, it's a bonding experience and can suddenly make you feel like your life has more worth. Finding your purpose is not the same as finding that job that makes you happy. Purpose is really less about what you want, but more about what you give. The key to purpose is using your strengths to serve other people. Purpose gives you something to live for, and it's the why that drives you forward. The third foundation of meaning is also about stepping beyond yourself, but in a completely different way. Transcendence is those rare moments when your sense of self fades away and you feel connected to a higher reality. This could be through meditation, yoga, art, music, writing, or other creative outlets. And this is different for everyone, but can be anything that helps you lose all sense of time and place and just be present. The fourth foundation is storytelling. The story you tell yourself about yourself. Creating a narrative from the events of your life actually brings clarity. It helps you understand how you became you. But we don't always realize that we're the authors of our stories and can change the way we're telling them. Your life isn't just a list of events. You can actually edit, reinterpret, and change the way that you tell your own story. In other words, find a focus, set a goal, and celebrate every success, no matter how small it is. My wife and I always choose a word to focus on for the coming year. Last year it was curate, because we were unpacking and packing and unpacking again after traveling and moving quite a bit. This year, and probably for every year from now on, our word is narrate. We want to narrate how our life looks, narrate how we're going to get there and how we're going to see all the good things in our life. In other words, find a focus, set a goal, and celebrate every success. No matter how small it is, just celebrate it along the way. Narration creates possibilities. Possibilities create opportunities. Opportunities create successes in the journey towards living the life that you want to live. Being an introvert, I find it difficult in some situations, and if I'm feeling nervous about something, I'll approach it like I'm telling a story about myself. So, Dan walked into the room and he announced that he'd written an amazing song, and this is totally opposite to my personality, and I would probably never do that, but it really helps me in my own head to visualize myself behaving in that way, because it frees me of limitations. I can picture myself doing that even though I might not act it out. It creates the possibility and the opportunity to maybe I'll actually do some of that I visualized, and it brings success to that journey as well of living the life that you want to live. So the four foundations of meaning are belonging, purpose, transcendence, and storytelling or narration. We need to build these foundations with our family and people in our work lives and help them become their best selves as well. Yeah, it does take work. It's an ongoing process, and if every day that goes by, I'm constantly recreating my life and adding to my story. I'd love to help you in this process of building foundations through the resources that we create on this channel, and really to help you become all that you want to be. If you connect with this and this gets you excited, please stick around and like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about what you're up to, what you're going through, and your thoughts about this video. If this sparked any kind of revelations or epiphanies, just let's learn and grow together in a supportive and encouraging community. Thanks, guys. See you next time.